Hey, welcome to the show. Feeling good with Duddy. That's me. Let's go. What is happening? We are back. Episode 127 of Feeling Good with Duddy. That is right. We did it. The impossible. 127 episodes. No one thought we could do it, but we did it. And we are here to prove them wrong. And I am in the bunker. And Luke is here behind the camera helping out once again. And I also have my good friend Ruben here with me today.
How's it going, everyone?
Everyone knows Ruben. He tells us about weed. Everyone's favorite reggae monster is back with us here today in the bunker. And we have a fun show for you today. We just got back from Chicago. Had a concert out there with our good friend Sublime with Rome, and we played with Everclear.
Yeah, that was
which was kind of fun to watch.
Yep.
Brought you back a little bit.
Grandpas that rock.
Yeah, they are. It's wild to think like how long ago that was, and like you look at them, they're old, and it made me think. I was like, shit, that's gonna be me in like 10 years. We're gonna be up there, and people are gonna be like, damn, look at Daddy, he's fucking old. But they're still doing it. They're still having fun.
Yeah.
They're still out there rocking. So good for them.
Yeah.
Had something in Chicago that everyone told me I had to get. Everyone was like, you have to have a Chicago dog. You have to have a Chicago dog. Everyone in Chicago is going to hate this. Not good. Didn't like it. I don't need an entire chunk of tomato in there. And there's like some like this weird pepper in there or something that wasn't great.
Slice of pickle?
There was a pickle. I could do pickles. There's onions. I like onions. But like the big, huge chunks of tomato in there were just like throwing me off. Not a fan.
I didn't have one. I didn't even try one.
You didn't try one?
No. I had the cheese fries and I had the Italian beef, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I took a bite of your Italian beef and it made me sweat for 10 minutes. It was so spicy.
Yeah, the giardiniera peppers, sweet peppers, hot peppers. Yeah. One of my favorites for sure. Chicago, I mean, great food.
Great food. Always have fun in Chicago. Yeah, so that was a good time. And we are back now. Not much going on else. We got a show coming up in Reno in about a month. We got a handful of little shows coming up, but then we are playing the Forum in LA. We talked about it last episode. It is a big deal. It's very cool. It's very cool. It's very like nostalgic.
Legendary.
There.
It's a legendary spot. It's bucket list as well.
So that's exciting. You can get your tickets right now for that. I heard that tickets are actually moving real quick. So don't wait too long. Get your tickets right now. The lineup's wild. Us, Sublime with Rome, the Interrupters, which if you haven't seen the Interrupters live, man, they put on such a fun show.
High energy.
Very high energy. All their songs are so catchy and fun.
Yep.
And they're just a great band. And I have Beach Weather, which I've never seen live. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah. Get your tickets right now. And there was something I want to talk about. A lot of people have been hitting me up when I ask these Q&A, questions. Give me your Q&A questions. People always ask like, oh, did anything really crazy happen on tour? Nothing really super wild happened, but I saw something wild that I can't believe. This man is an animal. He's the best, but I'm watching Slightly Stupid side stage after our show. It was great because we switched off closing. So some nights we'd get to finish early and just hang out and watch Slightly Stupid play and, have some drinks with your friends. It was great. So I'm standing side stage and I'm watching. They have like a little bar set up. That's like their crew has like a little bar and they're making the dudes drinks. And I'm watching Miles and he keeps having have another drink come over. And I'm realizing he's having Jaeger bombs on stage. He's just taking Jaeger bombs throughout the show. I was like, what a madman. I asked him about it. I'm like, Miles, are you out there? Are you taking Jaeger bombs on stage? He's like, every night.
Wow.
I was just like, wow. He is out there doing it.
That's some real hardcore stuff.
That's
right there.
Crazy. And they suckered me into a couple shots of Jaeger on this tour. I haven't had Jaeger in 20 years probably. And they got me to take a couple of shots of Jaeger. And I remembered why I haven't had it in 20 years.
I love Jaeger.
Oh,
I'll be honest. I love black licorice. I love all those flavors.
I like black licorice too, but man, Jaeger goes down just like
Jaeger bombs are just Two best things in the world.
You're in.
I'm in on a Jaeger bomb for sure.
Will you Jaeger bomb on stage?
I can't commit to that right now.
I think we're going to get you to Jaeger bomb on stage. If you do, I will.
All right.
And one other thing happened that was very funny on this tour. And I'm not going to tell you exactly who it was, but it was this man played a percussive instrument in one of the bands. And his one other clue, I guess, would be his name is just 2 letters. If you can figure out who that is, you'll know who this story is about. Well, one night, about 1 a.m., Jared's hanging out in our dressing room with a couple buddies. And it's late, and the dressing rooms, they all kind of look alike, from the outside. Yeah. So I can see how one would walk into the wrong dressing room. That's no big deal. But about 1 a.m., Jared is hanging out in our dressing room with a couple buddies, and this man that I told you, 2 letters is his name, plays a percussive instrument. He charges into the dressing room and he goes straight into the bathroom. And these are small dressing rooms. So if you're in the bathroom and you're being loud, everyone in the dressing room is going to hear you. Because it's just not a paper thin doors, not a big room. So he goes in there and starts having like a Dumb and Dumber type diarrhea. We've all seen the movie. So apparently it's extremely loud and he's making noises. And then at one point, Jared says he just hears, "Don't judge me." So I thought that was a hilarious story. And it kind of was an ongoing thing throughout the tour for our bus, at least. Every time someone would do anything weird, just, "Don't judge me." Oh, and that also leads me into one thing that I want to start doing. If you used to listen to the podcast back in the day, every now and then we would do this thing where the listeners would call in or they would send us videos of funny times where they have shit their pants. So I sent out a request for some people to send me videos if they have any. And we actually got one from longtime listener, Kimmy. She sent us a video. She has a new story about a time that she shit her pants. And I'm going to play it for you guys right now. And we are actually going to call this segment. We're going to keep it going. We're going to call this segment, "Don't Judge Me." Give it to him, Luke.
Okay. So I have another shit my pants story for you guys. Not that long ago, it was like a couple weeks ago, me and Gavin went to go get ice cream, and there were no bathrooms there, and it was across town from where we live. So Gavin was trying to get back so fast so I could make it to the bathroom, and just as he was pulling in, I shit my pants in the car. And my 16-year-old son, Skylar, went out and cleaned out the car afterwards. Yep.
Well, that was disgusting.
Yeah, it was.
But thank you, Kimmy, for sharing. Thank you for your video. That was awesome. And if you're listening and you want to be on the show, send us a video. Send it to the DMs in the Feeling Good with Duddy Instagram page. That's where Kimmy sent hers. That's where you can send yours, and we will play it on the show. Do you have any funny shit your pants stories, Ruben?
Yeah, I do. I've, worked different jobs. I worked at this place called Savers, which is like a thrift store. Like, Salvation Army or Goodwill, whatever. And I was inside. I was just putting clothes on hangers. And there was an old woman. She, I saw her in the store earlier. Sweet little old lady, but she was definitely old, late 70s, early 80s, maybe. She's acting a little weird. She goes to the fitting room with a bunch of clothes. And, I hear some people kind of making some clatter over in the corner.
Oh, no.
She shit her pants.
I thought this was going to be a you shit your pants. The old lady, no.
She shit her pants in the changing room. And the fitting room is on one side of the store and the restroom is on the other side. So she shit her pants in the dressing room. and continued to from the dressing room all the way to the restroom. So she just left like a nice trail of moose tracks or whatever. Brownies just all along the way to the restroom. It was not funny at the time because the person that had to clean that up later was me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So stay in school, get a degree.
Wow. Gross. Savers seems like a place where that probably happens all the time.
No, I hope not.
No.
I saw it happen once and that was bad. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's real. It's real.
That's real. Damn. That is crazy. Well, if you think that is wild, we have a Facebook group, guys. It is the Feeling Good with Duddy group over on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. And the people over there on that group are active. They're always over there having a good time. There was like a couple hundred people on there a few months ago. Now there's over 3,000. It's growing rapidly. It's a lot of fun. Head over to Facebook. Join the Feeling Good with Duddy group. That's kind of where everyone that listens to the show is hanging out. So yeah, that's a good time. And you know what else is a really good time? I found this video on Instagram and I've watched it 1,000 times because I find it absolutely hilarious. Let me find this. I took wait, what am I doing? I took a photo of this guy's name because it's Wayne County Life, but life is spelled Lyfe. And he posted this video about Smash Mouth, and it's like 3 minutes long, guys. So if you don't want to hear the whole thing, you can skip ahead. But I'm going to play this video right now because I find it fucking hilarious. And I just hope that you guys find it as funny as I do. Here it is.
Listen, I do not want to lose any other friends over this, but are we supposed to hate Smash Mouth? Seriously, what is up? When did that start? Why is that happening? Nobody told me. I just got in a heated fight at the work site, dude. Cause my day with the radio and they're like, turn on something good. And I was like, cool. So I turn on All Star by Smash Mouth, cause he comes in super hard with that, somebody once told me the word, and it's I can't sing it as good as him. He's a good singer, but everyone just starts going no, turn that off right now. Turn it off right now. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? This song's really good. It gives you confidence. Listen to the lyrics. And they're just ha, this guy likes Smash Mouth. And I'm like, no, I don't. Am I not supposed to or whatever? Cause did they do something bad? And they're like, no, just nobody likes them. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, I'll turn it, And so I turn on might as well be walking on the sun. They're like, what are you doing? This guy Rod flips out on me. Takes a shovel and tomahawks it at me. And I'm like, why? What did you do that for? And he's like, that song sucks. Do not play it. And I was like, the song says might as well be walking on the sun. It's a song about heat. We're working in the heat. Smash Mouth is trying to get us through a tough day. Why don't you see that? And they're just ha, kicking rocks at me and stuff. It's not funny, dude. It's just Smash Mouth. What's the problem, And I'm fighting back, screaming you don't understand. Smash Mouth's my friend. They've gotten me through a lot of stuff. And, my buddy Traylon walks up to me. He's like, you gotta go, dude. And I'm like, why? And he's like, you gotta choose right now. This work crew or Smash Mouth. And I was just like, Traylon, I ride for Smash Mouth. It's jump in my mom's van, and I crank up just I can't get enough of you, baby. And they're just whipping stuff at the car, just big dirt clods and stuff. And so I throw up metal and I throw up a middle finger to them, And I'm like, I choose Smash Mouth. I choose Smash Mouth, man. I don't get it, you guys. I don't understand what they ever did to us. It's not fair. You go to any nice restaurant that has an outdoor patio area, you'll hear Smash Mouth. That's fun, dude. They're in every single American Pie movie. We liked it then. What happened? Smash Mouth never did anything to you. God, everyone's they're not Saliva. I know that. I know they're not as good as Saliva, but they're still good. I'm not saying they're the greatest band ever. It's not they're I don't know, Puddle of Mud or whatever. But I bet you any money that Smash Mouth would be no, we're not Puddle of Mud, but we're friends with them. I bet you they're all friends. I bet you Smash Mouth calls up Puddle of Mud and says hey, Puddle of Mud, you want to go paintballing or whatever, and Puddle of Mud's like, only if we're on the same team, Smash Mouth. So whatever, you guys. If you don't like Smash Mouth, that's fine. I'll have them all to myself. Get your game on, go play. All that glitter is gold. Only shooting stars. Me break the mold.
Right? I don't know. I think that's pretty fucking funny. My friend Traylon hucked a shovel at me like a tomahawk. I gave him the horns. Yeah, Smash Mouth guy's funny. Go check him out. He's actually got some other funny videos on his page too. He's got one about all black Dodge Rams. That's a good one too. All black Dodge Rams. That is hilarious. And let's get into something fun here. You guys all know my brother. He is wild. And sometimes he likes to call me and leave me voice messages about things that he just sees while he's driving around. He likes to rant for a little bit. And then he just, hangs up and goes about his day. And of course, I do have another message right now. Let's check it out.
Duddy, Jake, hey, just driving up the street and saw something that infuriates me. And I've been wanting to complain about this for a while, but what happens is I forget to complain about it on your answering machine, and then it goes away until I see it again. I'm driving, I look to my right, and I see a lady driving with her left hand and holding her phone up at face level and talking into... You know how people, when they talk to someone on a phone, they hold it sideways. They hold it vertical with horizontal to the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they hold it flat and they speak into the speaker area as if whoever they're talking to wouldn't hear it if it was straight up. Anyway, that's secondary to the point, which is, why aren't you using Bluetooth? You're driving around in 2025 for all intensive purposes, and you have the technology of people on the Oregon Trail. You're seriously... Bluetooth it. There's no excuse to be holding. There's no level of vehicle on the road any longer that doesn't have Bluetooth. I drive a ProMaster City. The vehicle that I drive around, Duddy, looks like it should belong to only someone delivering flowers. I call it the toaster because it looks like I'm driving a toaster oven. There's nothing futuristic about it. It's got the bare minimum of everything, but guess what? It has Bluetooth. I'm complaining about the lady to you right now via Bluetooth. Do you understand? Yeah, I held a Bluetooth button, and then when Siri popped up, I said open voice memo, and I said hit record, and I'm now complaining futuristically, while the lady next to me in a Lincoln Navigator with every feature on Earth is holding her phone vertically and yelling at, I don't know, one of her friends complaining about her kid's teacher. And I guarantee you the kid's name's Trandon. Anyway, not a big deal, Duddy.
Well, as always, that was insane. Thank you, Jake, for that. I cannot wait to see what you leave on my answering machine next. All right, Ruben, you want to smoke some pot?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's get into weed with Ruben right now.
Since you left me, girl, my life has been like an empty bumble.
Okay. So looks like I will be smoking it today. This is we've got these beautiful new pieces today by this awesome company,
Jane West.
And this is honestly the nicest bubbler I've ever had.
It has like a Waterford crystal kind of look, fancy like rocks glass, just really heavy. You could just tell it's well made.
It's very well made. All right, so why don't you tell us about what weed we're going to be smoking here today, and I'll pack this up.
All right. Most likely that's going to be this. This is some cannabis grown in Ashland, Oregon, and it's either Gush Mints or Baccio Gelato. So it's going to be indica dominant hybrid, super gassy. Again, we say gassy a lot when we
gassy,
but it's true. Like you have that.
I just packed a little snappy.
Yeah, you gotta see how this thing rips.
That's nice. And I really love these pieces. I love this piece too because you can put a lot of water in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get these bubblers or something. You can only put a little bit in because it gets up in your mouth. It's not getting in your mouth. There's a lot of water in there. And damn, that tasted gassy. Gassy for sure. Clear this up over here.
Yeah, this is like right between a bubbler and a bong, like perfect tabletop piece. Super sturdy. You know, that's not going to tip over. The bottom is just so wide. Am I ripping this?
Rip it.
All right. Thank you again, Jane West.
Jane West. Check it out, guys.
Woman owned from Colorado. Just really, really rad. And they sent us these pieces and show us a lot of love. So we appreciate that.
Get this box out the way. Yeah,
that's rad.
So awesome pieces. I blew this, Luke. Sorry. Look at this guy.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I love the color.
Yeah.
And they just feel nice. They're like heavy. Jane West. Check it out. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Well, actually, I still got some Q&A we're going to answer, but I'll see you next time with Weed with Ruben. Peace.
Questions. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ask us any question you want. Ooh.
All right, let's get into some Q&A. First here, these questions I'm answering are going to be coming from people over on the Facebook group I was talking about earlier. If you want to ask me questions that you can answer on the show, head on over to Facebook and join the Feeling Good with Duddy group. It's a lot of fun. And maybe I'll answer your question. This first one comes from Dan Stein. He says, does anyone play the acoustic guitar live for Island Glow? Inquiring musicians' curiosity. That's a good question. No. We decided, me and Jared just thought that it would be more fun for us both to kind of be walking around on stage for that song. So there is just an acoustic guitar in the track. We play it acoustic. We've played it acoustic a few times. And then obviously, yes, we're playing guitar and whatnot. But for the big live shows, I deemed it more fun to just be cruising around like a hip hop song.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Nothing
Let me know. What do you guys think? Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for putting the acoustic guitar in the track so I could walk around like a rapper? This one is from Rachel. Oh my God. How do you say that?
Zabodi.
Rachel Sabodi. She says, hopefully this has never been asked, still making my way through all the podcasts. Have you ever been in the middle of a show and you all of a sudden are hit with massive gas pains and realize if you don't get to the bathroom, you're going to shit yourself? That's pretty funny that you asked that on this day. Been a lot of shit talk today.
A lot of shit talk.
No, I haven't personally, but I think I've told this story on the show before in the past. But one time before a show, Jared had like food poisoning or something, and it was bad. And we had to get up on stage. So somebody ran to the store and got him some like, is it like Imodium or something like that? Yeah. Is that what like blocks you? Got him some of that, and he took like all of it. You know, he took so much of it to get up on stage. And you know, Jared, you've seen him. He's normally all over the place, jumping around, you know, very energetic. This show, the mic didn't leave the mic stand, and he didn't leave the mic stand. He just sat there the whole time without moving, just clenched.
Cheeks clenched.
He made it through the show, but it was that was pretty funny. Let's see what else we got here. This one comes from Tim Wardell. Do either of your kids want to follow in your footsteps and make music for a living? Yeah, my daughter totally does, and she's amazing. And we're recording some demos for her right now that she's going to start putting some music out. So you can be ready for that. And my son is playing guitar. He's playing guitar a lot, and he's actually getting a lot better. He's not quite as into it as my daughter is, but you know, we'll see. He's still young. He's only 12. And you know what's really cool? Speaking of my son, well, and my daughter, they were both in this class. My daughter was in it when she went to this middle school. And now my son is in this music class, the same one my daughter was in. And it's cool. It's like a rock class. And then you have to like join a band in there, and they do like performances, and it's really cool. So I got one of my sponsors, Ernie Ball, to send me an electric guitar and a bass, and I'm going to go donate it to that class. Oh, it's going to be cool.
They're really lucky, man. They're really lucky.
The teacher's awesome. So, I think it's really cool. He's had both my kids now. So do something nice for him. Ernie Ball's the shit too. Like whatever we need, they just hook us up. Their guitars are just absolutely amazing. Paris Dorosia says, what's your favorite road food to eat on the road? That's funny. It's one thing that obviously not a lot on the summer tours, but like when I'm out on the road and we have a day off, the first thing I usually look up, I don't know why, is a ramen place.
Yeah.
And I like to just go sit at the ramen place, and it's just so good. It's just so, and I don't know, it's just like comforting.
Ramen, pho, hot soups. I feel like they're just, even on a hot day on tour, it just makes you kind of feel like you have a home cooked meal almost, maybe. I don't know. It's definitely satisfying to have ramen.
It is. It is delicious. Jessica Hunt says, was there ever a time you thought about giving up? If so, what got you through and helped you keep going? Yeah, totally. I remember it was like, I think we've talked about this too, but I'll make it short. We, right before Lay Me Down hit on the radio, we had been touring for a long time. We were making $0. I had a daughter, and, reality starts to set in. I was getting older. I was like, man, I could make more money if I just got a real job, and like, yeah. So I was definitely starting to think like, shit, I might have to just like get a real job, and the band might have to go on the back burner for a bit. And then like right when I was starting to have those thoughts, Lay Me Down, luckily, got on the radio and went to number one and kind of changed everything for us. So,
wow.
What about you?
Yeah, it's hard being a trombone player, and you're in, try to be in one band and that doesn't work. You try to be in another band, try to be in 7 bands at a time. You get, paid $50 for a gig, $75 for a gig. It never was about the money for me. So there's, I had a lot of support. I had a lot of like people that told me to do it. They saw how passionate I was. So, it gets hard when you don't have any stability, or it's like reality sets in. Okay, well, I have a daughter too. I have a daughter, I have to support her. And Abigail, I love you. But yeah, it's just, there was moments where it got dark, but I had faith in myself, and also joining the Dirty Heads changed my life.
Hell yeah.
It's true. I really did. So that was like a big moment when I felt like I'd made it through the darkest parts, and because I didn't give up, I was able to succeed.
Oh,
yeah.
Love that. Last one from the Facebook page, and then Luke has some Reddit questions for me that I'm going to answer as well. This one comes from Angel Floyd. She says, kiss Poncho for me. Did you get the personalized Yeti bowl we made for you? Yes, I did. Thank you so much. That was such an awesome gift bag that you guys gave, and the Yeti bowl is amazing. He's using it at home right now. You know what else he is doing at home right now? My wife just sent me a photo. I didn't get to take him for a walk today. I take him on a walk like every morning, and I didn't get to today. And my wife sent me a photo of one of our couch pillows just completely torn to shreds. He ate it.
Poncho.
All right, let's go find these Reddit questions. I think you sent me a link. So yeah, this is a Dirty Heads group over on Reddit. And they have some questions for me too. I did not go through these. Oh, here we go. I'm not Reddit
savvy.
Literate. Yeah. This one is from Digga Dave 24, and he says, when are we going to get another Roman Daddy album? Still loving Cactus Cool. Man, probably not this year. Rome is starting to do his solo thing because he's got he's got some awesome music that he wants to put out and start touring on. Dirty Heads are busy, so probably not this year, but you will get another Rome and Duddy album. We actually already have like 6 or 7 songs recorded that are just amazing that I love. So yes, there will be more Rome and Duddy music coming out. I don't know when, and probably not, this year. And this one is from Bieber Hole 69.
Oh God.
He says, and this is a perfect question for Beaver Hole. He says, I haven't heard Crazy Bitches since 2012. When will you bring it out of the show again? Probably never. Probably never. Now that I have, 2 kids and married, can't be out there playing Crazy Bitches.
What was that name again? Beaver what?
Beaver Hole 69. Classy. Oh, this one is from time_AD3090. Do you still listen to punk music? And if so, what is your go-to band? I do put on punk every now and then. I still do. And I'll put it on, for my son and like when we're driving around sometimes. And I have a couple, I still go to NoFX. I still will go to Bad Religion.
Smash Mouth.
Stuff like that. Smash Mouth. I fucking ride for Smash Mouth.
Dead Kennedys. I'm a big fan of
Dead Kennedys are dope. Yeah. So every now and then.
Descendants.
But we've been doing, I don't know if classified as punk rock, but oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on the name. Turnstile.
Oh yeah. No, they're just fucking badass.
Just badass.
A lot of Turnstile on tour.
Yeah, a lot of Turnstile on tour. All right, I'm going to actually just do one more. So I got to get up out of here. And this one comes from BMOHL89. I don't know what that spells, but BMOL89 says, we went to the same high school. Can I share your senior yearbook picture? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if it was in the senior yearbook. Maybe it was. I don't know, but
did you have long hair?
I think it was. No, I didn't. I probably had a buzzed head.
Oh my God. I want to see that.
Either a buzzed head or really short hair. I played on the baseball team and our baseball team wasn't that great this year. And I might have been in the yearbook actually for my quote, for my baseball quote. It said, we'll get him next time. And my coach was so pissed. All right. That was amazing. Fun. Thank you guys for stopping by. And we'll get out of here with some solid dad vibe. Peace.
Since you left me, girl, my life has been like an empty bong bowl. When we were together, my bong bowl life was dank and full bong bowl. Since you left me, my ganja bowl is empty. I used to have plenty of ganja in the bowl. Now it's empty. Bong bowl. Solid vibe.